What's up, Hyperdrivers? Welcome back to the channel. With the final episode of The Mandalorian upon us, the good people over at Artsabers sent me a Darksaber to unbox. So I'm gonna unbox it, tell you how much this one costs, share with you guys a discount code, and I'm gonna compare it to the Korbanth Darksaber that I already have. We're gonna do all this right now. Let's get to this. Welcome back, Hyperdrivers and newcomers to the Hyperdrive. I am the MEDINALORIAN, and here on the Hyperdrive we talk about Star Wars news, collectibles, and video games. If you like the content you see on this channel, please give me a thumbs up so you can let the YouTube algorithms know that we're doing a good job, and make sure you subscribe so that you can jump to Lightspeed every week with us right here on the Hyperdrive. All right, so in this box right here is the Darksaber, the sword of Mandalore, the sword that you need to rule Mandalore. Or at least you used to have to need it. I mean, at this point, I'm not really certain anymore with the TV show. But anyway, just want to say big thanks to the people over at Artsabers for sending this out to me. This is really, really cool. Hope this continues. This is really awesome. I like getting to unbox lightsabers and all this other stuff. So anyway, this one right here comes with a Profi board installed on it. So it runs $550 and it is a Neopixel version of it. So you can change the colors, change the sound fonts, and do all kinds of cool stuff like that. All right. So it comes in this hard case box. You guys know I love these type of boxes because you can carry them to cons, you know, and it's on the back, it says "May the Force be with you," which is cool. And it's a really classy way to send a lightsaber. I prefer this over just the regular boxes. So let's pop this thing open. I'll show you guys everything that comes in it. All right. So you get a set of gloves so that you don't mess up the chrome finish, but this one doesn't have chrome, so you don't got to worry about that. You get a charging cable and you get the key so that you can install the blade. You get the blade itself. Here is your blade, which is pretty long. Looks really cool. All right, so you get that. You get a plaque. All right, so that's pretty neat. It says the Mandalorian, the Dark is what they call this one. High-end collector's edition. All right, so you have that, and it's got, I think, a double-sided tape on the back so that you can stick it to the plaque. You get some instructions. All right, you get a display stand. Pretty cool. Okay, and you get the Darksaber. All right, and here's a close-up look at it. It's an all aluminum hilt. It's metal. It's got a nice weight to it. You got a D-clip back here so that you can hang it on your belt. There's a little bit of an opening for your speaker. On this opposite side, you have a black set screw that you unscrew that to be able to get to the chassis. I'll show you guys that in a second so that you can remove the battery and charge it. It's got black matte finish to it with gray matte finish as well, like a metallic finish, but it's not reflective at all, so that's pretty nice. And then you have the black section for the emitter, and then your guard right there. This one is a 2-button system, so you have your ignition, and then you also have an auxiliary button, which is cool. And then there's an opening in here. When the blade slides through and you change colors, the colors change along with everything else. And there's your forward entrance of the emitter here and right there. There is no LED lights on this one, so you can't take and you don't have a blade plug that comes with it, so there's no option for that. All right, and then you also get the blade that comes with it, like I showed you guys before, and then you just install that in here, and we'll do that in a minute. Before I get to taking and putting in the blade and showing you guys all of the electronics that come with it, let me show you guys the other hilt that I have, which is the Korbanth version of the Darksaber. So the Korbanth version is a little bit different. It's a lot heavier than the version from Artsabers. You can see that there's a height difference. The Korbanth is a little taller. Okay, they got kind of the same finish. I think the Korbanth is a little darker in the gray areas. It's a little lighter tone on the one for the Artsabers one. And it definitely, one of the big things about this is that the Korbanth is much heavier. It's got quite a considerable amount of weight in comparison. Your set screw here is this bolt, and it's silver. I like it better on the Artsabers. The Artsabers is black, so it kind of like hides in there very well. And then you only have a single button system with the Korbanth. I like it better on the Artsabers that you have a 2-button system. The Korbanth one runs $799 and fully installed, and it comes with a crap ton of sound fonts that are already put inside of it from Kyberphonics. So you have that as well, which is pretty cool. No reason to really change anything. And then they also give you a blade plug, which I like. All right. Now the Korbanth one doesn't have the openings like this one. They already have, it is open for the blade to slide through, but you can see that they're whited out, so you don't need to worry about having to pass through the colors. It'll glow whatever colors changes when you change the sound font or your blade color. All right. For carrying around at a con, I can tell you right now, I like the Artsabers better. This is a little bit lighter, you know, and it doesn't feel as heavy. This thing feels like I can beat somebody pretty hard with it. And just holding it in my left hand right here, it's tiresome. So, you know, there's that. The D-clip on the Artsabers is a little stiffer, okay? On the one from Korbanth, it's much looser, so that's nice. And also, I've already started this lightsaber up, so I've heard it. The one from Korbanth is a little more muffled in its sound in comparison to the one from Artsabers. So that's the main differences right there between the two hilts. Everything else is pretty cool. One other thing to note, so the Korbanth blade, forgot to mention that because this one here is a little different than the others. The Korbanth blade is a little different. You can see it's quite a bit shorter. I don't know if you can see that, but here they are kind of lined up next to each other. Okay, the Korbanth blade is wider, or not really wider. It's about the same size, but it's shorter. You can see how much shorter it is than the one from Artsabers. The Artsabers is much bigger. The Artsabers one is a little beveled at the very front of the blade, and it's smooth and it looks nice. I think they did a good job with that section right there. Although I do like the way the Korbanth is much sharper. They didn't do a great job at the tip when it came to the Korbanth. I mentioned that in my review. It's kind of bent here at the very front of the tip, but it does have more of that very sharp look like a sword would have, you know, versus this that kind of tapers off a little bit gradually, and then you just have this angle here on this front. All right, so that's different when it comes to the blade. Also, the blade installation is a little different between the two of them. The one from Artsabers has a set screw at the very front of the emitter here. Okay, it slides all the way in, but that's where it attaches. It kind of just holds on like that. The Darksaber here from Korbanth has already preset holes. You can see right there that aligns with the screws that are here. Okay, and it has 4 screws that hold it into place. So the Korbanth one is a little more sturdy when you put it into place, which is a nice feature. So on that end, Korbanth has it beat when it comes to the blade installation. All right, let's get this blade installed. One thing that I will say right from the get is that the blade is a little more flexible than the one from Korbanth. So this has kind of like a wobbly feel to it. You know, right from you can see that it just kind of flexes a lot more. Okay, so that's something that's a little bit different. It has gesture. So maybe I gotta turn it on. All right. Oh, it has gesture. There you go. There's the gesture right there. So gesture, you can turn it on and off. It's got a nice brightness to it. All right. Another thing to note here, something that's also a little different than the one that I saw from Korbanth, is that you can actually see the LED lights on it. On the one on Korbanth, it's a little more muffled, so it looks more like the blade from the movie or from the TV show. All right. The lights stop right here at the very front, similar to the way that the one from Korbanth does. It doesn't really have the light go all the way around the tip of the blade. They kind of just stop there. So in that sense, it's the same. All right. You have blade clash. You can see that it kind of wobbles when it hits. So this is not something that I would go into combat with. All right. You do have the auxiliary button, which I think is dope. So you have those features like that. Let's see if you have, you should have blade clash. Yeah, you got blade clash, which is cool. All right. And then you can one button press to turn it on and off, which I like that. I really don't like when you have to hold the button down to turn it off. So that's cool. Like I said, it's still very comfortable in the hands, which I like a lot. All right, so let's change some of these. Got Anakin. And you can go blue. Got very nice smooth swing. The audio quality on it, it's really good. It's nice and loud, which I like. So that's nice. All right. This should be Kenobi. Got blue again. I always love this stuff. This is so cool. Another Kenobi. This is Darth Maul. So there's your red. Red's nice and deep. Very, very cool. All right. This should be another Kenobi right there. It's got like a flickering effect. And all these sound fonts that come with it are really nice, but again, with the Profi, you can always change it to anything you want. Let me show you guys the Darksaber.
Oh, it is the Darksaber.
All right, here we go, the Darksaber. There you go, you got a nice white color. Nice smooth swing with that. Sounds great. It feels really good in the hand, man. This is a really cool looking lightsaber, especially at the price point. I was asked already if I had the option to pick one, which one would I go with? For the price point, this is a really nice blade. $499, or sorry, $550 for the Profi version, and then you can also get it in a Xenopixel or in an SM Pixel for even less than that. So just check the website if you're interested in getting this one. As it sits right here, the overall things that you get with it, the case, having the blade and everything and all that, I like this as an option better than the Korbanth one. So if you were to get, or you're on the fence of which one you're gonna pick, this is a really good option for you to give it a try. So this is one that you're looking for. But that's my thoughts on it. It's really cool. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. And until next time, may the Force be with you.